Danish-Italian glam rock band Måneskin snatches Eurovision victory. Denmark's own contestants, Fyr Flamme, may have been knocked out in the semi-final, but Denmark could still claim some sort of Eurovision victory on Saturday night, with the Italian winners, Maneskin, boasting both a Danish name and a half-Danish bassist. The Italian glam rock throwback's name means moonshine in Danish, and bassist Victoria De Angelis grew up in Rome with a Danish mother, speaks the language fluently, and has joked about her love of Danish liver pate and her failed attempts to teach fans how to pronounce the A ring in the name. Clad in leather lederhosen and eyeliner, the Italians and their songs Eat Won't beat off stiff competition from France and Switzerland to win the 65th Eurovision. 1,000 thanks for the votes, Denmark, even if we did not get top marks from you. We will soon be playing in Denmark, an ecstatic and somewhat hoarse De Angelis told state broadcaster DR right after the victory, sending her love to her family in Denmark. 1,000 thanks for the votes, Denmark, even if we did not get top marks from you. We will soon be playing in Denmark. Lead singer Damiano David, meanwhile, exclaimed as he brandished the glass microphone on the stage, "We just want to say to the whole Europe, the whole world, rock and roll never dies." There was heartbreak for French singer Barbara Pravi, who came agonizingly close to ending her country's 44 years of hurt since its last Eurovision win with her moody number Voila. The nail-biting Finnish capped a night of glitz and glamour in the Dutch port city, despite tough pandemic restrictions that limited the live audience at the Ahoy Arena to just 3,500 people. Switzerland looked poised to win after the national juries had voted, with a narrow lead on France, but Måneskin won a massive number of telephone votes from the public, including not a few Danish votes presumably, catapulting it into the lead with 524 points, to France's 499 and Switzerland's 432. It was Italy's first victory for 31 years, and its third in the history of the competition. The band came second in the 11th season of the Italian talent show X Factor in 2017, and won a Sanremo Music Festival in 2021. The competition in Rotterdam was cancelled last year for the first time in the history of the 65-year tournament, one of the world's most watched television events with around 200 million viewers. But the theme of this year's Eurovision was Open Up, and the Dutch government backed coronavirus restrictions could be a model for events such as Euro 2020 and the Tokyo Olympics as the world slowly emerges from lockdown. The run-up featured coronavirus scares, with Iceland's entry Dag Gagnamagnid ruled out of performing live when a band member tested positive for COVID. Dutch 2019 winner Duncan Lawrence meanwhile was also unable to take to the stage after coming down with symptoms of the disease during rehearsals this week. The mood of the Love It or Hate It extravaganza was relentlessly upbeat, with the focus back on where it should be, the weird and wonderful songs, cheesy lyrics and flamboyant costumes. Highlights included Norway's contestant Tix, who took to the stage in huge white angel wings, and who takes his stage name from the tics that he suffers as a result of having Tourette's syndrome. Other highlights included Cyprus Century El Diablo, Spanish for the devil, which has been accused of blasphemy and Satanism by the Cyprus Orthodox Church and religious groups. Russia's contestant Maniza has angered conservatives with her song Russian Woman, even as she wowed audiences during the semi-finals with a huge Russian doll-style dress that burst open to reveal the singer in a red boiler suit. A year ago, the Rotterdam Ahoy venue was being used as a makeshift hospital for coronavirus victims, and the shadow of the disease still hung over this year's contest. Contestants were in a bubble during the competition and every one of the thousands of people entering the Eurovision site had to be tested for coronavirus. But that failed to dissuade fans from turning up to celebrate. "I think it's the beginning of a new start," Saskia Shari, 51, wearing a white and orange blazer decorated with traditional blue Dutch pottery designs, told AFP outside the arena. "When something as big as this happens in Holland, you're going to join in," said Shari, who said she had herself recovered from being "when something as big as this happens in Holland, you're going to join in," with coronavirus last year. Flag-waving Finnish fan Una Sainio, 27, said she and her family had come to soak up the atmosphere despite not having tickets. "We're big Eurovision fans and we wanted to be close to where it's all happening," said Sainio, 27, who lives in the Netherlands. Eurovision also had its first transgender host, with Dutch YouTube star Nikki de Jager, better known as Nikki Tutorials, joining the presenting team. She is the heart of Måneskin. The whole truth about Victoria De Angelis. Long before Eurovision and all this madness Måneskin is still learning to deal with, there was only her, Victoria. Half Danish, half Italian, has never liked labels, but she loved heavy sounds. Always. Everything that was typically girlish rejected her. De Angelis skateboarded, refused to wear skirts, cut her hair short, and was sometimes mistaken for a boy. And although she did what she wanted to do, she hadn't had the best memories of growing up. She perfectly remembers the moments when she did not feel like herself, and she hid her suffering carefully, because she did not know if she should talk about it. At the age of 14, I did not want to leave the house, she recalled the first panic attacks in an interview with Elle magazine. Victoria only dreamed of being a normal teenager. Because of her problems, she lost a year in school. Something broke in me, something broken I did not know how to fix myself. There was a time when I was very ashamed of it. Now I have no need to hide, said the 21-year-old. She came out of the depression thanks to therapy, family and friends, but only felt better when she accepted that she was not coping with everything. Today, Måneskin also holds it upright. Victoria is the creator of the group that has just achieved worldwide success. Thanks to her, Måneskin is played by Damiano David, Thomas Raji, and Ethan Torchio. Previously, she was a member of several gangs herself. In one of them, she performed with Damiano, but she kicked him out because he wanted more pop songs. Then Thomas appeared on the road to Victoria. And together they were already looking for a new singer. The problem was that nobody convinced us. At one point, we found a nice girl. But she lived outside Rome and was unable to keep her word, the bassist explained. So she went back to square one, and suggested Damiano return. He then promised her that he wanted to be serious and that she could count on him. The trio got along very well. However, they lacked a drummer. So they posted an ad on Facebook that Ethan replied to. And so Måneskin was born. Victoria emphasizes that they are only crazy on stage. All because of the accusations towards Damiano that he was intoxicated during the Eurovision final. Is she defending him because she was his girlfriend? Bassist Måneskin denies these revelations, although she has long been associated with David. The feeling between them was supposed to explode during the long studio recordings and tour, but they both laughed at the rumors. Yes, they have a lot in common, but it's definitely not love. We've never been a couple, she said. But I can't say that we don't feel anything towards each other. We are more than family, more than friends. We love each other in some way, she said. On the other hand, Victoria does not rule out that one day she and Damiano will say we've never been a couple. De Angelis, who catches the eye with original costumes and inexhaustible stage energy, declares herself bisexual. As far as we know, there is no boyfriend or girlfriend at the moment. She makes sure that the press leaves her alone and is only interested in her professional achievements. On Instagram, we will only see the bassist selfie or joint photos with her bandmates. The 21-year-old values freedom and fights fiercely for the rights of LGBT people. Just like all Måneskin. At the Sopot Festival, we all saw a passionate kiss from her friends. All four agree that everyone should love and kiss whomever they want, without fear.